I finally figured out why the West and China constantly misunderstand each other. Whenever I see debate about China on the internet, I always get confused why we see things so differently. And then this hit me. We may see the exact same world, but we are running on completely different operating systems. And honestly, if you understand this system, so much about China, both the good and the bad, starts to make perfect sense. Growing up in China is a really interesting experience. One thing very special is our civilization is never really cut off. Like dynasties change, governments change, but culturally, a lot of things continued all the way till today. We still read ideas of people lived 1,000 years ago, like Lao Tzu and Confucius. So when Chinese people see today's world, we naturally connect it to something we've seen in the history, relationship between countries, political struggles, social changes. A lot of things feel strangely familiar to us. Maybe that's why we don't see the certain issue the same way other people do. Sometimes I feel some people already decided China is a tiger. And once you see something as a tiger, you start interpreting everything through that mindset. You accept it to think like a tiger, act like a tiger, react like a tiger. But maybe the answer is simple. What if we were never the tiger you imagined in the first place? What if just the Chinese people don't see the world in the same way? Not better or worse, just different, not just politically, more culturally. Recently, I saw some Western media talking about things like the Thucydides trap, but honestly, to an ordinary Chinese person, those complicated power struggles just sounds like a plot of TV show we watched with our parents. And if you want to feel it, I recommend a Chinese historical drama called Swords into Plowshares. Honestly, it's only a tiny fragment of Chinese history. Even some Chinese people feel it's a bit hard to follow because Chinese history is huge and complicated. In that series, dynasties rise and fall really quickly, and many stories based on real historical events. But after watching it, you might start to understand why history still affects Chinese people's thinking so deeply today. Someone said China is a civilization disguised as a country. I really agree with it. But I'm not a historian or a politician. I just want to share how an 30-year-old Chinese woman see the world, Chinese society, Chinese culture, daily life, the thoughts ordinary people actually have. And if you are curious about the mindset behind the culture, feel free to follow me, and I'm always happy to chat or answer questions.